Hello everyone and welcome back to Pokémon Chat-eau.
With Bucky.
And we're going to talk about Giratina and the Sky Warrior, movie number 11. What do you think of it, Bucky?
Yeah,
Indeed.
it was a movie. Better than Darkrai.
Yeah, that's the thing. A lot of people didn't like this movie. A lot of people say it is among the worst of all the Pokemon movies.
Not gonna lie, it did lose our attention a little past halfway through.
Yeah, and
But the opening scene was amazing. It had a really good fight scene with Dialga and Giratina, with
Shaman just kinda
tiny ass little Shaman just getting like fucking
dragged into it. Yeah.
And then it sucked up some poison and it was like, eh! And it pooped.
It exploded.
It pooped.
And might as well just go through the movie real quick. It exploded like Giratina dragged Palkia into the distortion world, which they call the reverse world. And
But at one point they called it a distorted world.
yeah, so I guess
But
that's
it's not the distortion world.
I don't know. Anyways,
And it came out before Platinum, so they didn't really have a plan for it first.
I guess so.
Because Platinum was one of the trailers before the movie.
Yeah, it was an awesome trailer.
Yeah, the original Platinum trailer, which I was like, oh my god,
This is history.
it is, because that game is old.
It's old as dirt.
That game is almost 9 years old.
It's pretty amazing.
Mm-hmm. Which goes with my theory of they're gonna release the re-release
On the
or
10th
the remix
anniversary.
for the 10th anniversary of Platinum, not Diamond and Pearl.
Oh,
Because
okay.
they've already missed Diamond and Pearls.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Because that was 2008, so it would have been this year that it should
Yes.
have been announced. Anyways, so there's a cool fight scene. Shaman sucks up some of the polluted gas or whatever in the distorted world, explodes, and that causes Dialga to be able to attack Giratina to where Giratina can't leave the world or the other dimension anymore.
Well, they said later on that it was Shaman's fault. That Shaman was the one who was preventing.
I didn't fucking know that until later in the movie. I'm describing it how it was in the movie.
I'm just making it less confusing.
Fucking queef.
You're a queef. Anyways, Shaman escapes, Dialga escapes, so Giratina is just trapped in the distortion world. And coincidentally enough, Shaman gets thrown into a river all the way to a city that Ash and his friends decide to be visiting.
Ash, John, and Brock just happen to be at the river making breakfast. Oh, because they always end up being right where the action is. Why can't one movie just not have any mention of Ash and the gang? Just completely new people.
That's what the anime should have been. Should
You're
have
right.
Should have had new protagonists, just like Pokemon Adventure.
Mm-hmm. Or like every region it changes, and we follow new people because that would be better.
That's what they do. That's what they do in Pokemon Adventures.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Just like Adventures.
No, Ash has to be the main character. He
You
has
gotta,
to be 10.
and he's always got to be 10 for what, almost 20 years now. Jesus. Fucking. I wish I could not age.
So they're eating breakfast. They get distracted, and then Shaman eats their breakfast.
They get distracted by feeding all of their Pokemon.
Yes.
Like all 20 something that they have between each other come out and start eating, and then Shaman sneaks onto the table and starts eating their pancakes.
My God.
And then
The worst tragedy.
yeah,
This
dude,
movie.
my fucking pancakes. My God. So then they see Shaman and they're just like, WTF, mate? Stop eating my shit. And then Shaman, Piplup runs over there and tries to pull it away, and Shaman eats it all as it's getting pulled away. And it's just like, Jesus.
It's like, I can relate so much.
Then the biggest spoiler in the movie happens. Shaman talked.
You know what? That's a shame, too, because Shaman was friggin' adorable
Yeah,
before it started
but it had
talking.
such an annoying,
Really high-pitched, young
the
girl
voice
voice.
was cute. It was the
attitude.
personality behind it.
It was
that was
attitude,
annoying.
yeah.
And then it got worse later in the movie because we'll get to it. So then they're like, it headbutts Ash or something stupid. It doesn't like Ash, and Dawn washes it off, and they're all like, everyone's standing around watching. So I pointed out, oh, they're watching it bathe. That's lewd.
And then Brock's like, oh man, it's got a fever. You gotta take it to the Pokemon Center.
And then he hits on Nurse Joy.
Obviously.
And that's all that happened there. That's all we need to know about. Anyways.
No, they talk about the garden that they need to get to.
Yeah, the garden of the flowers.
We forgot what it was called.
It's honestly, we didn't go straight from the movie to this. We watched the movie, and then we watched some WWE on YouTube, and then just before we started, we were watching Family Feud funniest moments. And funny enough, the last one that we saw was actually wrestlers doing Family Feud, so it tied it all together.
We also needed to eat, so we ate before.
Yeah, we had
whatever.
Some oven baked taquito.
They tell us about, we gotta go to the garden, so they head to the garden, and Team Rocket's
No. They're like, we need to get to the garden, and then Shaman's like, that way, and Ash is like, what the fuck way are you pointing?
That way.
And then grabs his hat and jerks him around.
Breaks his neck.
Yeah, should have just jerked him off.
What?
And then they're running. I guess they figure out where to go, and Team Rocket comes in and snatches the little fucker up. And then guess who gets snatched? As soon as that snatch gets snatched, Giratina brings them into the disordered world.
Everyone except Brock.
Except for Brock, who's just sitting there all depressed. My friends died.
Oh no.
Oh jeez.
Oh jeez, man.
Everybody left me.
Oh shit, dude.
Oh shit. Oh shit. And then they're in the distorted world, and Shaman's freaking out. He's gonna eat me! Because apparently Giratina was pissed.
Well, yeah, he made him trapped in the world.
Yeah.
They meet some guy who lives in the distorted world.
I don't remember his name.
Cliff Narpley.
Cliff Nerpley. Actually, you might be close. I'm gonna Google it because it was something super stupid.
He's like, I've been studying this creature for years, and I know how it works.
For 5 years. He had been in the distorted world for 5 years.
Like, why were you in there? How did you get in there? Why would you be in there for 5 years, you crazy fuck?
And why hasn't your little Pokemon evolved by now?
Because it can't battle Pokemon, it can't gain EXP.
That's not how it gains EXP in there. I've seen episodes where they literally just evolve from a hug.
That gain EXP. He hasn't hugged him. He's a douchebag trainer.
That's true.
Right. Not much happens. He just tells them about the story of the world.
Newton Graceland. So it's worse than Cliff Nerpley. Newton Graceland. Jeez.
Sponge nicely.
Sponge nicely. I remember that. That was when he was having Dan guess Sonic's real name. Sorry, we reference Game Grumps too much.
You're in a Game Grumps hat at the moment, too.
I am. I got my Japanese Game Grumps hat. Shout out to the Game Grumps. I love you guys. And on the back, if I go all Ash mode, then it says Game Grumps.
My God, he's right.
Well, Ash mode meaning turning it around before a battle, which he hasn't done since season 2. So
yeah, and people still associate that with him.
It's time to do
Pokemon battle.
Anyways, they're in a distorted world. They meet the guy, and the guy's explaining the distorted world and Giratina, and pretty much establishing the plot that hadn't been established for the first 30 minutes. And he's pretty much saying Giratina wants revenge on Palkia and Dialga for the events of the last movie. And then Ash and Dawn are like, "Oh, we were there. Haha, remember that?"
Yeah, that was convenient. That was
convenient plot pointing.
That was yesterday.
Yeah. Well, actually, they didn't really point out how long ago it was in the.
Could have been earlier that day.
No, it really wasn't, because in that time, the anime had gone by to where Ambipom Apom had been traded and evolved with Dawn. Or I think the way it happened in the anime is it evolved. Ash was like, "I don't want you," and she sent it to Dawn or
what a
something.
dickhead.
They traded for Weasel, and then in this movie they had already made the trade, so time had passed.
It's been 1 day.
I'm sorry, 1 week,
2 days. But this is interesting. This is the first time a movie made reference to a previous movie.
Yes, which I think starts happening more often.
So I was like, oh shit.
Yeah,
that's intriguing.
But Giratina was mad because anytime something fucks up in our world, it literally pollutes Giratina's world with poison. So he wanted to get revenge on Dialga and Palkia, which at the beginning of the movie he found Dialga, sucked him into the world and was trying to get revenge. Well, Shaman got sucked in, blah blah blah, so now he's pissed off at Shaman and wants revenge for that. Meanwhile, this guy named Zero, who you can remember his name because it's always on his shirt.
Yeah, it's literally
just a big number
on
0.
Sorry,
his custom costume shaped like Giratina.
Which is weird. He reminds me. We'll get to that later,
Okay.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, he's being fucking douchebag, whatever.
Yeah, he's like, I want to control the distortion
Yeah.
world.
And
Because it's beautiful. And I want to destroy the regular world because it's making the distortion world less beautiful.
yeah, but like
Even though both need
they're
to
tied
exist.
together. It's like
Yeah, both need to exist to stay stable.
yeah, exactly. It's like a table where the real world is the top of the table, and the
He's a lot like Archie and Maxie, which they didn't really... Their ambitions are kind of stupid. So I want to cover the world in water. Why?
because water is beautiful.
Well, I want to cover the earth and ground.
Because the ground is beautiful.
Oh,
I want to take over the distortion world. Why? The distortion is beautiful.
basically the same
It's-
thing.
they're all the same. He's leader of Team Retard. That might get censored out. I don't know. Oh yeah, he's the leader of Team fucking Magnets.
That's right.
Because he had like
He has
1,000 Magnemites, a couple Magnetons, and then a Magnezone. A single.
one individual magnet.
When he could have just had an army of Magnezones. So the old guy that's been researching for 5 years, what was his name? Cliff? Fuck, I forgot his real name.
Wonder Garden.
What's it? Wonder Garden?
something fucking nature.
Graceland, I think
Grace.
is what it was.
Okay, yeah.
Hold on,
Whatever.
it's loading back up. Give it a second.
Like, he like helps them escape the distortion world.
Yeah, it was Graceland. Newton Graceland.
So he helps them
He
escape.
shows them a portal back to their world. Actually, before that, a bubble with Brock was there because it was kind of a plot point of the villain. There was a bubble of Brock, and Ash goes, "Hey!" and touches it, and it explodes. And an explosion in the real world next to Brock happens, and almost fucking blows his head off.
It's pretty great.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Also, during that time, Piplup almost died 7 times.
Yeah.
Piplup. Well, here's the funny thing about it was that Purple Cloud was in there, and I was like, "Don't touch it, it's poisonous." And then about 30, like not even 30 seconds, like 5 seconds later, the guy goes, "Don't breathe, it's poisonous." And I'm like, God damn it.
I called it.
I didn't even... My bad writing jokes are real. So Piplup almost died like 3 times from falling, poison, falling again.
Being eaten by
Being
Giratina.
eaten. Yeah, so Piplup wouldn't have a good day. Anyways, the guy leads them through the distortion to a portal back to where Brock is, and Ash totally got a sweet panty shot of Dawn while she was going through the portal.
God damn it.
There's no way he was staring straight at the portal as she went through head first. Her butt was facing him. Dude, that skirt doesn't hide nothing.
It really does.
He was... I bet you it's like... I'm not gonna get into
Yeah,
that.
please don't.
I bet you it's pink and white stripes.
Will you stop?
Anyways, so they get back to their world, and Team Rocket gets left behind. And they're like, no! And Jesse, or Jesse?
Yes.
Yeah, it was Jesse. Slams face first into the side of a rock because she jumped into the portal that wasn't there anymore. And he just fucking, like, slams her, like, Hulk in Loki style, just fucking whap! Just destroys her fucking face. And then she dies.
I don't remember that at all.
No, it literally just the way he caught her, she went down and smacked her face on the cliffside. And I think I joked and said, "Whoop, she did." And then that was the last we heard of them for quite a while.
Yeah, once again, Team Rocket doesn't really do anything, just like in most of these movies.
Well, apparently they were very helpful when they came back to it, but that's later.
They helped him. They helped that guy later, but that's
Yeah, exactly. They helped
it's neither
Cliff
here nor there.
Nuclear.
It's really neither here nor there.
Yeah.
So.
It didn't really help in the grand scheme. Then they got back out. They were
Gotta go to the garden.
yeah. They're going back to the garden, and
They took a train.
they took a train and apparently knew everyone on the train. After 2 seconds of being on the train, they were all friends and they all knew each
And
other's
everyone's
names.
like, "Oh wow, that's a shaman."
Yeah, that's a shaman. You don't know about it? This flower that I just happen to be holding is what transforms it into Rainbow Dash. I mean, Sky form.
Sky form.
When it becomes Sky form, its personality is literally just a My Little Pony character. 100,000.
It gets more cocky
And like it flies around instead of walking when it clearly has working legs, just like Rainbow Dash.
and I feel honestly I feel that I like the other form better. I think it's cuter.
Yeah, the
Aesthetically.
the land form is much better designed. Plus the hedgehog is cute.
Yeah. The Sky form's.
It looks like a failed Eevee evolution that they didn't want to throw away, so they threw it on something else.
I guess so.
That's what I feel like, at least. And then while they were doing that, they found out that there's 100 different shamans, and that's why everybody fucking knows about them. And they're going to their migration because when those flowers bloom, they all become skyforms, so they fly off to fucking La La Land or wherever.
The La La Land.
I don't know. I probably said it, but I wasn't paying that much attention.
The train gets invaded.
The train gets invaded by the
Magnemite,
right?
Yeah, the Megamites.
And then Shaman's like, see what I did? I killed them all! Because as they were going through a tunnel, they all got pushed out of the train and they smacked on the side of it. Wasn't that eventful. What the fuck happened next? They got off the train, got on a boat. All the people they met were waiting outside the boat waving, because apparently they'd been lifelong friends, and had to see them off.
Yeah, duh. That's how Pokemon works.
That's true.
Obviously.
That's a good point. That's just how Japanese people are, I guess. That might be a Japanese thing, where when you bond with someone that quickly, you walk with them until wherever they're going, and then you go your separate way.
Yeah, I guess so.
Fuck, maybe. Because it seems to be in quite a few different animes.
Then, Shaman's having a good time, blah, blah, blah.
Having a good time.
And then they get sucked in the distortion world
Again,
again.
yeah. And then I don't remember, I think that's when one of the times I tuned out.
No, that's when Shaman was like, I want to challenge you, and then 5 seconds later it goes back to normal Shaman.
Yeah, I tuned out during that part. I was looking at some stuff on Tumblr.
Yeah, we don't have to talk about that. We don't have to talk.
I was looking at porn.
Please. God.
Then I tuned out for a while.
I wonder why.
Porn.
It's a rhetorical question.
It's not rhetorical, it's porn.
I hate everything. Why do we do this podcast?
Because it's funny. Because there's like 5 people that watch it and they enjoy it. Hey, if you're one of those 5 people, give us a like to show that you want me to keep doing what I'm doing and being an asshole to him. And if not, then dislike it. And then I'll never be on the podcast again. That's a lie. I love this podcast.
Oh no, if we get more dislikes than likes, I might have to kick you.
No. Please no.
I mean, not out of the podcast, but I'm going to kick you. Physically.
Oh, that's fine then. Because I'm already banned from the podcast. Because what did I do? What was that? I don't remember.
You got censored 3 times already.
No, that wasn't it. You legitimately said... Oh, it was when the Trixie versus Tom on Twitter.
That's right.
And I was like, yeah, Tom should be winning by now.
I was like,
and you're like, banned.
I had to switch to my different account
to ban me. Yeah. That was fun. That was a very close, stupid poll. A major character versus a rock. I'm getting a soda, so I'm far away.
Now I'm trying to remember what happened next. Because this movie was kind of boring, but not nearly as boring as Rise of Darkrai.
Something about Darkrai, though, we did pay attention the whole time.
I don't know.
I think around that time is when Zero... God, it's so easy to remember his name. I just picture him and it's there.
Zero.
It was almost like Zero from Borderlands, how Zero has a little zero, except this guy has a giant zero from his neck to his belly button.
Oh, so Zero's like, I could take you out of the distortion world, Giratina.
Just let me in first, and he does. And then I don't remember what he does to get him out, but he does, and then he immediately backstabs Giratina, captures him, and lasers.
It starts taking his power.
Yeah. And then...
they're like, oh shit, Giratina's a good guy now. We gotta save him.
Yeah, we gotta save Giratina because he's not a bad... Just because I'm a bad guy doesn't mean I am a bad guy.
I finally saw that movie.
Really?
It's really good.
The second one's pretty good, too. It's not as good.
I saw it. I saw this. That's the thing.
Wreck-It Ralph, for anyone that didn't catch the reference.
We're going on a side tangent. I saw it. The first one, fucking amazing. And then we immediately went to see the sequel.
Oh, is that why you saw the first one?
Yeah, because
they wanted to... Did you go with HQ?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they were like, we're going to see Wreck-It Ralph too. And I was like, I haven't seen the first one. And Cam was like, what?
Did he almost hit you?
No, he just gave me that look like...
The Cam look.
Yeah. And then, for 5 seconds of silence, and then... What?
Yeah, it was my favorite movie. It still is.
And
Wreck-It Ralph 1 is my favorite movie of all time.
It was just like, we're watching it.
Yeah.
Right now. So I watched it. Fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite movies.
Saw the sequel. It was alright.
It was good. It's
entertaining.
It was as good as I hoped it would be, because I didn't think that they could beat the first one.
And then, compared to the first one, it's shit.
Well, obviously, the first one was awesome.
The first one's phenomenal.
Yeah. I could watch it every day for the rest of my life and still probably be entertained by it.
Anyways, Pokemon. They were like, we gotta rescue...
Hello, welcome back to Wreck-It Ralph Chat-eau.
No.
That sounds like a horrible idea.
Yeah, definitely. We'll probably have something later.
Yeah, once we start getting low on content, we'll just make it Pokémon Chat-eau featuring this movie today. Or this series.
We're gonna talk about...
Magic the Gathering, which is pretty much just complicated Pokemon cards.
Magic the Gathering. I never played it. Well,
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for tuning in for Magic the Gathering.
You should cut that out and make it its own episode. Just be like, don't worry guys, we got a bonus podcast this week. Never seen it. Or never played it. Bye. So anyways, he backstabs Giratina, starts sucking him up with lasers. And then they're all like, let's get there. And then the dude, the Cliff Nerpley, I can't believe I can remember that name better than I can remember his real name. Graceland or whatever. Gets into the ship and he's like, I'm hacking into the mainframe. I designed this ship or something like that.
He literally has 4 hands. Like, he has 2 robot hands
that
typing.
come out of his backpack, yeah.
Yeah, he has 4 hands typing
he's
really quickly.
Yeah.
All the buttons look exactly the same. They just glow different colors.
But he designed it, so he knew what he was doing. And then I make the joke. It got to 69 and we're both like, nice.
69% of sucking up the power.
Yeah, sucking up Giratina.
Yeah.
And then it gets to 71 and we're like, and then I look at him and I go, I guarantee you he's going to stop it right at 99%. And then he goes, take this, and presses one button, and then it goes 99%.
I mean, if he hadn't stopped, made a quippy one-liner,
if he had,
and then reeled back.
He hadn't reeled back to swing down to take this, it would have been like 98 or 97.
Yeah. No, he was just like, Giratina's not that boring. What?
I almost spit my soda everywhere. Just how nonchalant. Giratina's not that important.
They're like, I did it, guys, but this ship's going down.
Yeah, and then like Giratina gets out of the laser, fucking slams into the bottom of like the holding capture thing, and like it like knocks the whole ship down. We're like, damn, he a fat boy.
He's a big fat boy. Big fat ghost.
And then so they crash. And then as it was crashing, I was like, oh my god, the ship is T-posing. Because the ship looked like it had long arms, like long legs, and like a little stumpy head.
And as it was falling, we see Darkrai falling with it.
So then it crashes. But it didn't matter because Zero got the power he needed to go into the distortion world at will.
At will.
It's 3 in the morning. My speech gets a little more slurred. But then again, every time I'm on this podcast, I get slurry. I don't drink. It's just my brain's processing faster than it's talking. Happens a lot to me. Then he goes into the distortion world and he's like, I'm going to destroy everything because this place is beautiful, but I'm wrecking it. So
I'm going to destroy this. I'm going to destroy this beautiful place. Destroy the other non-beautiful place.
Because the other place pollutes this place.
It's kind of weird though. Like he destroys these ice pillars, which causes a iceberg to start heading towards the city.
Yeah.
It's like, why do you go through that to just destroy the city? It seems like you just wanted to get rid of that city, and not so much take over Distortion World.
Yeah. And then like his little ship that spawned from the big ship just so happens to have a giant sword wiener sticking at the bottom that he uses to crush everything in the Distortion World.
It also looks like Giratina.
Yeah, the ship also looks like Giratina.
Which brings me to my point. This guy is the Seto Kaiba of Pokemon because with everything is fucking blue eyes for Kaiba. I'm surprised Kaiba doesn't have a blue eyes. What? No, he has Kaiba Man. Never mind.
What were you gonna say?
Kaiba Man. Kaiba made his own card called Kaiba Man where he wears a blue eye suit.
I have no idea what you're talking about. You'll have to show me later.
Absolutely.
You're like, absolutely. Any other questions?
And then, he's a Kaiba because he has a fucking Giratina suit.
Mm-hmm.
The fuck?
I mean, that's actually pretty normal in the Pokemon world to dress like your favorite Pokemon.
Ash and Giratina both go to the Distortion World to try to fight it. The iceberg is heading towards the city, and everyone's like, "Here's Ice Beam!"
And then apparently, I had seen this movie, but I only remembered this last couple scenes or whatever. Or maybe I only saw these scenes maybe on Cartoon Network or something.
Like maybe you tuned in right
Yeah,
at the end.
yeah.
or
I
something.
just I had nothing else to watch. I just said, oh, Pokemon movie, whatever. And because I totally remember Regigigas waking up, and then a bunch of Mamoswine coming in helping him stop the glacier.
Yeah, like it was,
I remembered that very.
It was like
vividly.
an army of Mamoswine.
Yeah, there was
just,
like a good 100 or something of it, and then also there was a fucking army of Stantlers.
just doing nothing.
Yeah, no, they were using Ice Beam at one point. Like before, like we saw Regigigas, but you know he's got slow start, so it took him a couple minutes to get there. So all the Pokemon in the surrounding forest showed up, and they were shooting the lake with Ice Beams. And then so was Dawn and her Pokemon, and I don't think any of Brock's have Ice Beam, so he was useless. Well, not as useless as Max, though.
Who?
Fucking Max. Can we make one episode of just how much we hate Max?
You know what? We could probably do that.
Yeah, we just look up facts
Or
about
just-
why he sucks.
Or just like people we just hate. And Jatho can go on and on about that one character from Rise of Darkrai.
He's gonna Google it and have like... Reason number 1, she's a fucking bitch.
Jesus
Reason
Christ.
number 2, she doesn't have a Primarina.
That's not fair, Jatho.
I don't give a fuck. Look at her stupid hair. That was my impression of Jthor. I hope you guys liked it.
I bet Jatho would like it.
He wouldn't like it. He doesn't like anything I do.
That's true.
He doesn't even like the fact that I'm alive. Then again, I don't like that sometimes.
I don't like the fact that I'm alive.
It's the weird thing of like, I don't want to kill myself, but I just want to stop existing. Like, man, Thanos' snap would be good right about now.
Oh no. I didn't get thrown away.
No, we lived. Ah!
Ah, dicks.
Then we go outside and everyone else is gone.
Fuck.
Damn it, why did all the cool people die and I'm just stuck with Bucky?
So, there's a big fight scene. Giratina gets clobbered by ice blocks.
Yeah, like literal ice blocks that are falling from the glacial pillars that hold up the glaciers in the other world.
Yeah, so Regigigas is like holding the iceberg
he's
as
like-
hard as he can.
Or sorry, it's the fucking Reggie's noise. What was the other movie with the Reggies?
Lucario Mischievia.
That's it, thank you. That's the one I didn't get to see because you watched it with the gayest person that we know.
Yui?
Yes.
That's a great movie.
Yes?
It's fucking great.
It's a good movie.
It's my favorite of the ones we reviewed so far.
Really? Well, that's because we haven't gotten to I Choose You yet.
Yeah.
Because that is your favorite movie.
Absolutely. Love that movie. Anyways. They all escape.
Garatina's little fucking ribcage grabs the ship so the ship can't break anymore. And then, like, Ash does a thing. I don't remember. Wasn't very eventful. Shaman sucked up more poison and then blued up, and then they had
Blued up?
Yeah, he blued up. He used, what was it? Seed pollution? Fuck, I don't know. What was the name of the movie?
Seed pollution?
He sucked up some pollution and shot seeds out.
Seed blast? Seed bomb?
Seed.
It's not seed bomb. Whatever.
Hey, well, I don't want to do it because I don't know if you have that stuff on your phone.
It does, yeah,
Oh.
I do.
Does it has it reacted to any of the ones I did earlier?
No, but it was probably because it was facing down against the couch.
I'm not gonna attempt it. I don't want to do the Siri thing because it might turn on his phone and stop this recording. Which would be hilarious, but you'd probably be pissed.
If it didn't save, definitely.
Oh yeah. Well, we gotta remember everything we already talked about. So they did the thing, and then the thing happened, and then they saved the world. I guess.
Yeah. Like, they capture the guy, everyone's fucking happy. Giratina's like, oh, thanks, guys.
Yeah, they literally froze him to the glacier. And then I'm just like, well, he's just gonna die in there. Giratina went back in the world with Ash still on him, and like circled the pillars, and the pillars healed to stop the thing from moving. And then Regigigas was like, I saved the day, and left.
My job is complete. Come, my army of Mamoswine. Why do I have Mamoswine?
Why am I here? What woke me up?
Where are the Reggies? I usually need all 3 Reggies to wake up.
They're in Hoenn.
It's kind of weird. He
Yeah,
just kind of
he's in Sinnoh and they're in Hoenn, yeah.
That, and also, like, he just kind of wakes up when normally you need the three Reggies to be
Well, that's in the
together.
games. The game continuity isn't the same as the anime continuity. We know that because most of the typing doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah, and Aerial Ace misses.
Yeah. And Rockruff jumps in water.
That bugs me the most.
Yeah, I know. Even though it's not an attack, so it doesn't affect him the same as a water attack does. But whatever. I'm pretty sure he just felt the vibrations of shit moving, and he's like, "What the fuck is going on? Give me a minute, though. I just woke up."
So then they take Shaman back to the other Shamans, which there's like a ton of Shamans.
And then Shaman's like, "Ash, I liked you the most. I was lying." 'Cause she's a tsundere. Because she's a fucking tsundere and probably wanted to like make out with Ash. It's just like, man, if you made out with me.
It's an it.
That's a girl.
It's an it.
That's a girl. That was a girl's voice.
That
That was a
Pokemon
girl.
are genderless. Pokemon.
I censored myself on that one.
Pokemon are genderless.
No, not all Pokemon, dipshit.
Have you seen
What is that? That's a boy Pikachu in your hand.
legendaries are genderless?
Not all.
Although, look at
Heatran has genders.
so does Laddies.
Yeah.
But okay, Jirachi. Have you heard Jirachi's voice?
No.
Little girly voice, cute. They're referred to as a he.
I thought some of them also referred to him as she in the same movie.
No, they don't. Not Jirachi.
Well,
You know-
Jirachi's a little punk bitch.
Yeah, you can't prove me wrong. You're not gonna watch it.
No, you're right.
I was the one who went through that shit.
No, Shaman's a girl. I don't give a fuck what you say. Shaman's a girl.
All right. Shaman leaves, never to be seen again.
But it said we will meet again.
They
but
won't.
They won't.
The only legendary they meet again is Mewtwo, in which
And
they don't
we're about to
remember.
get the third one.
And they don't even remember.
Because apparently it's a different Mewtwo. But that makes me wonder, because I'm going to spoil this for anyone that hasn't seen. The 22nd movie just got announced in Japan, and it's another
Mewtwo.
Mewtwo movie. So that makes me wonder, is it going to be the Mewtwo from the anime or the Mewtwo from the movie?
It doesn't matter because it's a different continuity.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's a good
'cause-
point. Oh, it's clearly going to be the one from the first movie because they're doing them in line. The movies are going in order of the old anime, right? They're rewriting the old anime. I don't know. I haven't seen the second one yet.
No, I mean the second one is kind of, you can say it's loosely based on 2000 just because Lugia's in it, but then again Lugia only really shows up at the end.
Okay.
Yeah, so like honestly, because the 20th movie, the first like 10-20 minutes is the first few episodes,
Including Bye Bye Bye.
or episode 1. Yeah, and then later on we get other remake episodes.
We get
like
Bye Bye Butterfree. We
the
get
Charmander episode.
Charmander.
And then but only those parts, because then the rest is just completely new. Because Ho-Oh never really makes an appearance in the anime. At least I don't remember. Outside of him flying over Ash.
Yeah.
And then the 21st movie, The Power of Us.
Which I haven't seen yet.
Yeah, that one is literally like, it's all new. It's 100% new. Even like the Lugia scenes is nothing similar to 2000 at all.
So I guess they took the thing from the animes where they're all different universes, and this is a different continuity of Ash, where he never made friends with Brock and Misty.
Yeah.
Which I guess snowballs into all the other people he met in other regions.
Mm-hmm.
Because Brock was kind of with him for all of them, so I guess it changes everything for Ash.
Yeah, because we see him.
Because this, from just the one movie I've seen, this Ash is already better than the anime Ash.
Yeah, and also like we see him collecting gym badges, so obviously he went up against Brock and Misty, and they're nowhere to be seen.
They did their fucking job the way they should have.
No, thank you.
It's just because I guess when they originally wrote the anime, they were like, let's steal some characters from the games because we don't want to make our own. These two will do. And they just took the two fucking first gym leaders.
And then Sora and Verity came out. It was like way better than both of them. 20th movie. We'll watch it again.
Yeah, especially the part where
Will you stop?
I keep pretending to say the thing that I got censored the first time for because it was
Huge
a huge
spoiler.
spoiler. Fucking giant spoiler. Almost like it was.
Stop. Stop. You can say off. I didn't even know what you said. Anyways, that's the end of the movie.
Oh, that's the end of the movie. All right. Would not watch again.
It's one of those I really wouldn't care to watch again, but I don't feel like my time was that much wasted. I don't see what people thought was so bad about it. I mean, yeah, Shaman is annoying.
It was,
and that is one of the main problems with it.
It really lost my attention around the second time they went into the distortion world, because it just felt, I don't know how to describe.
Nothing really like. I love the beginning. I'll say that.
Yeah, the beginning was good.
Just like the Rayquaza movie or Destiny Deoxys. The beginning,
fight scene,
the beginning. I still think Destiny Deoxys does it better, and Destiny Deoxys I think has the best action so far, just because of that one scene.
Yeah,
I will say that much. I will praise that beginning scene to no end. This one's pretty good though. The beginning is actually action packed. We had 3 legendaries just going back and forth. Well, technically 2, I guess.
2 legendaries. One showed up at the beginning and one showed up at the end, so 4 in total.
Yeah. Well, I'm just talking about the fight between the 2. Dialga and Giratina.
And then the fight between Regigigas and a giant block of ice.
Best
battle in the world.
A literal block of ice. But other than that, like it's unremarkable. Like I don't think it's bad. It's just it's more entertaining than Darkrai.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Except for when J-Thor Big Joe It's definitely the only part of the movie I remember.
The best parts,
hating the Gallade.
I also love like what they did. Like I love the animations they did for Giratina. Like we see his mouth open. Like the little blades on his mouth go side to side.
I love that.
His little rib things like open and
origin
close.
Form is so fucking cool.
I love the way he's animated. I'll say that much.
Like in Diamond and Pearl, I didn't like Giratina that much because he looked kind of lame. And
he was like a centipede, like dragon thing.
Yeah, he was cool because he was Dragon Ghost, but I didn't really like having him that much. But then when Platinum came out and it gave him the origin form, and you could actually have it like on your party like that always. Oh my god, he didn't leave my party. It's just a cool design. It works much better than
the 6 legs.
Yeah,
on the floor.
Than the like fat fucking stumpy. Oh Lord, he come kind of.
Yeah.
Oh no! Lord, he coming. That's what it is.
It's all right. Let's go to the polls real quick.
Oh shit, there was a poll.
Yeah, I didn't really know what the poll was gonna be about, to be honest.
So here it is.
So like I was just like, I don't know what to do, and it was like the day I needed to post a poll, and I was like, what's your favorite lake trio? And the lake trio's not even in this movie.
Not at all.
I was like, it's a Gen 4 question. Screw it.
They're still in Sinnoh somewhere.
Yeah,
Is the lake trio in any of the movies?
Yes.
Which one?
I don't know, because I looked up. I was looking up gifs for Amino, and they're in a movie. I know that.
One of the ones coming up, clearly.
Yeah, and maybe in the next
only
one.
got 2 more movies.
So it might be the next one.
Maybe.
So which one do you like, Uxie, Mesprit, or Azelf?
Blue one, Azelf.
Which represents knowledge, emotion, and willpower. In that order.
Willpower was
Azelf.
Was it? I thought that was No, wisdom was the yellow one.
Yes, Uxie is wisdom. Mesprit was emotion, the pink one.
Yes,
and
pink one.
Willpower was
Fucking
Azelf.
teleporty bitch.
I like Mesprit's design the most, despite all of them being literally a mask change.
Yeah.
But I like the head.
I like his little blue chop on the side and then clone on the top.
I think Mesprit's cutest, but I liked using Azelf more.
Yeah, I just like the color on Azelf, and honestly, Mesprit I hated because it was a little teleporty bitch.
Oh yeah, it was a roamer.
Yeah, fucking hate roamers.
And Uxie, it's all right.
Is it Uxie or Uxie?
I call it Uxie.
Because I always called it
Uxie. Yeah, I can see that too. What do you think won?
I'm gonna guess Pinky Bitch.
For both?
Yes.
All right. On Twitter, we had 16 votes. Uxie, 19%. Mesprit, 38. Azelf, 43. And on Amino, with 57 votes, 12.3 is Uxie. Mesprit, 38.6. Azelf, 49.1.
No shit.
Yep.
Even though I guess people just like blue because they didn't have any stat differences, did they?
I think so. Uxie was the more defensive. I know that much.
Okay.
Yeah.
So very little.
And Mesper was
no comments.
faster? That's the funny thing. There was not a single
Not a
comment
single,
about
no
this.
way.
No. Well, I mean, if you want to count Zeal on Discord,
Zeal on the Discord.
He's like, man, this movie rocked. And it's like, you said that about Darkrai.
Yeah, right. Here, I'm going to read it because I think I said something.
Go ahead.
Oh, don't want to be in that chat. Give me a second. That was the wrong chat.
Got it?
No, I gotta remember which chat room. I think it was in discussion.
Yeah, discussion.
You posted next week's topic, the 11th movie, Giratina and the Sky Warrior. And then Zeal said, Giratina, best Pokemon. And I immediately commented with, too bad he gets a horrible movie. Gets this horrible movie, allegedly. And then he goes, what are you talking about? Fight me. I fucking adore this movie. And then in the text where you can put a line through it, it says, please don't actually fight me. I'm weak, frail, and fragile little girl. Sad face. And I'm like, LOL, I'm just kidding. I haven't seen the movie yet. And I'm going to spoil it to her right now.
It's okay.
Movie was decent at best. Comma, sorry. Love.
Better than Jirachi, better than Rise of Darkrai, and that's about it, honestly.
Yeah. It's not the bottom of the list, but it's definitely not the top.
Honestly, I was ranking through the movies again real quick, and I didn't realize just how well the first movie held up. Because a lot of people love the first movie, and I was like, it's probably nostalgia. But then I'm comparing it to the other movies, I'm like, holy crap, Pokemon, the first movie is like really good.
It was a good movie.
Especially compared to the other ones, because they just did so many things right.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's the bad thing about having is Pokemon being like this fucking deep in the movie series, is like they really needed the reboot that they've done with the past two movies because they were getting really stale. Like honestly, when we get to the Black and White movie, we're probably only gonna watch one version. Because there are such subtle changes in the two movies that it's not going to be worth it. Do they even count as separate movies, or are they both like the 17th or whatever?
It might be like, I think when I see it, it's like black and then / white.
Yeah.
But they count as the same.
And then it's either Reshiram or Reshiram or Zekrom and Victini or whatever.
Yeah.
Which, if I remember correctly, isn't a bad movie, but it's not good enough to watch both versions for the tiny little differences.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they felt like, oh, we have two versions of the games, let's do two versions of a movie.
It's a cash grab. It's all
Yeah.
Which sucks because that means the animators had to reanimate certain scenes that didn't have certain Pokemon, so they had to slightly change it. We'll get to it in a few movies,
yeah.
I'm sure. Well, a few months, because we get pretty much one of these a month.
Yeah, exactly. Which, we're halfway through the movies.
Yeah, we are officially halfway.
Yeah.
Well, actually, we're officially past halfway.
We just finished the first part of halfway.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Well, technically, with 22 being announced, I'll count it as we are exactly halfway.
Fair enough.
But it's not out for another year or whatever.
Yeah.
Anyways, so, like we said, third from the bottom.
Yeah.
Out of 11 movies.
Yeah.
So it's in the top 10. We can officially say that there is a top 10 because the 11th isn't in it.
Yep. And
sorry, Jirachi.
Yeah. My pick is Jirachi for the worst so far still.
I feel like I've seen it and I just blocked it out.
It's not very good. I mean, one of the main problems is Max is the main character.
Yeah. Max is... Even the Maze movie was good.
Manaphy.
Yeah. I think, if I remember correctly, I put it like a 6.5 or a 7 out of 10.
Yeah. This one's about maybe a 5.5.
I put it at 4. Like, I definitely, like... If it's above a 3 for me, then it was... Like, I didn't despise watching
You
it.
might give Jirachi like a 3 then.
Really?
I gave Jirachi a 5.
Really?
Yeah. Honestly, I thought I'd give it like a 3 or a 2, but it wasn't as bad as I remember.
Yeah.
But it was still pretty bad. I probably need to do those again because most of those are taken down.
Just redo them with someone this time.
Movies 1 through 7 are all in private because of
I would love to rewatch them though, because honestly, even the first one I can barely remember. I don't remember a damn thing from the second and third movies. at all.
2000 was okay. 3 is.
I remember Slowking and I remember Entei. But that's it.
I really liked the fourth one.
Which one was fourth?
Celebi Forever.
I know I've seen that one, but I don't remember.
And then it was Heroes,
Heroes was one of my favorites.
Dracha Wishmaker, Destiny Deoxys, and then Lucario. Which, damn.
So all the way up to Lucario is
Lucario is the oldest one that's public.
Okay.
Yeah, that's public.
Because that was made right when it was happening, so you didn't put any of the shit.
Yeah, that's when I just stopped putting pictures in general.
Yeah.
Because first of all, it's a podcast. Don't
Who
really
cares?
need visuals. And J-Thor's trying to find a way to get onto like iTunes for the podcast section, which would be awesome, but I don't know how that shit works.
Well, you already don't have AdSense on, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, tell that to Showpro.
Fucking twats.
Yeah, I don't know.
Is twat worse than cunt?
Why don't you tell us, audience?
Alright, comment down below. Which is worse, twat or cunt? That's gonna be the poll for next week. What's worse, twat or cunt? Gets kicked off of Amino. Alright guys, I think we'll see you next week.
Yeah, definitely.
Join us next month for...
The next movie?
Yeah, what's the next movie?
I think Arceus? I don't know.
I think it's Arceus.
Just look up Pokemon
12.
Pokemon Movie 12, yeah. I think it's Arceus, and then after that, I think
That's
it's
Twitter,
Zoroark.
damn it.
I think it's Zoroark after that. Which is
I already
the last...
have Pokemon 11th movie typed in, so I just had to change the number.
And then, because I remember Zoroark is...
Pokemon Arceus and the Jewel of Life.
Yes. Okay.
So,
Then-
come back exactly 1 week from today that you're listening to
1
this.
month from
Or 1
today.
week. 1 month from today. And we will be reviewing that bitch.
And I think 13 is...
It has a 6.5 out of 10 on IMDb.
It's pretty good for an anime movie.
Yeah.
I remember Clayton really liked this one too, so...
What a loser. He doesn't play Pokemon Go. His opinion doesn't count.
Pokemon Go. So you have to play Pokemon Go in order for your opinion to count?
Yeah.
Just Pokemon Go.
Well, hell, Giratina got a 6.3. So that doesn't bode well.
I guess so. I know. I think Zoroark is the next one because that's.
I'm checking right now.
Because
Yeah, Zoroark,
okay,
Master of
because
Evolution.
Dawn is in that one.
Yeah.
I know that much. So that might be the last one with the Diamond Pro characters.
I'll check.
Because after that is Gen 5.
Yeah, that's Victini and Zekrom.
And also Retro and 15.
Well, let's see. 15. Nope. 15 is Kiram. So yeah.
Okay, cool. So we were right.
I don't remember Kiram. Kiram was an okay movie. So White, Victini and Zekrom, and then Black. Excuse me, Zictini.
Zictini.
Zictini of...
We'll see you guys for those.
We're dying.
Yeah.
It's 4 a.m. We'll see you guys next week.
Thank you so much for listening. You
Love
guys have a
you.
good day. Screw you, Showpro.
Don't forget to comment, twat or cunt. Please. I need to know.